Okay, thank you for being patient. This wouldn't be a TMK podcast unless it had technical difficulties. Okay, so we're here at the Alderaan Graveyard, round 1. Mason is running Han Solo, Trick Shot, Corsella, Rose Tico, and Ray's Millennium Falcon. And then Ray's also in a Falcon with Finn, but the TTT did not like that they had Leia on board. But Leia's there with an additional 19 points for his squad, so keep that in mind when calculating points on the stream. And also had a pre-recorded audio, pre-recorded commentary, but that won't kick in until 25 minutes, so I may repeat myself at that point when there's 25 minutes left in the round. Thank you for understanding. Alright, so what we got going on here, we got Storm near the top, we got Han Solo coming down the bottom. I think what I would have done here is I don't know, see what Mason is, but I think what I would do is I would actually bring Rey continuing to go north to the top, and of course Han Solo is going to come up between those rocks, and then I would bring Han Solo out on the backside to get shooting from both flanks with the broadsides. Let's see what Mason does here. Alright, so Roland's bringing his droids down to engage Rey in the gap. Which could work out for if Mason went through the middle and then continued down through the bottom with Rey. I think that would work out well too. So Roland sees that and he's positioning himself in that way. Let me know if you guys can hear me well. Yep, he's banking everything that his Rey's going to come down through the middle. So at the time of this recording, Roland is in 6th place on the tour, and I believe Mason should also be in the top 10 at the time. So the Alderaan Graveyard rules are really fun, and the RivCo tour kind of takes players across the galaxy thematically and changes the rule set in every location depending on where you're playing at. So they started off at in the Jakku system in the debris fields above Jakku. Then they went to the Nalhutta Starfighter competition, and then the next they went to the Geonosis asteroid ring. It was a lot of fun, and now they're here at the Alderaan Graveyard. So during squad building, players will select 3 unique obstacles of their own choosing, and they must select one special oversized asteroid obstacle provided by the hosting location. So in this, they choose one, but essentially there's only one to pick from. They just get to pick from different colors because they're both 5.5-inch diameter circles. But you get to pick, what background you want on it. And then during setup, players may not place obstacles at range 2 of the player edges and range 1 of the neutral edges or any other obstacle. And for game rules purposes, these oversized obstacles are considered asteroids, but there are certain effects that don't affect the asteroids. Alright, we got combat here. Han Solo shooting first. Oh, 2 hits. Just gonna go ahead and spin that lock they picked up earlier from Rose for 3 hits total. Roland's rolling dice in response. Oof, it's gonna be tough. Spins to calculate to not die. That's always a good call. Being able to shoot back is important. Takes 2 damage on a separatist or Trade Federation drone. Now you can't see, but Hansa's broadside arc's pointed at right now. Ray fires. We got crit and 2 blinks, and he added a blink for Ray in the front arc. Alright, spins a force change of blank to a hit. I think that one's dying. So it's a direct hit followed by another crit. And then we have a dead Trade Federation drone. Alright, time for the 100-year-old Trade Federation drones to respond. I guess it's actually been more like 60 years since the Trade Federation War. The Civil War in the Galactic Republic. These drones are still just going to follow their programming and shoot whatever they think is hostile. Alright, 2 hits followed by a focus added a blink for defending in the front arc. He's trying to decide what to do here, so I think he can spin a focus, change that blink to an evade. He's got 3 force charges with Leia on there, and Rey, so spins a focus to block 1, take 1. Okay, I think. So here's I think it's a couple more Trade Federation drones to fire through. Yep, he's flying the energy shell charges. Ooh, a nice roll. Here's an evade result. Add a blank. Spend a force change blank to an evade. So here's an interesting thing here is that he fired with his initiative 1s and he has skipped his initiative 3s. Let's see if they catch that. Alright, so more energy shell charges, but only 1 crit. He's got an evade. Dodges out. Very nice. Adds blink because just keep in practice. Now he points to that cluster, but the game state says it's now a missed opportunity. So he's not allowed to fire with those guys. So that's effectively missing half his squadron's attacks. These guys are both playing for championship points here, so I think this will have to be a rule doesn't miss opportunity here. Because at the end of the day, they're actually playing for quite a big prize. Yep, they're moving on, not firing half the squad. That's got to really hurt Roland. Roland's got to be really upset about that. Wonder what he's going to do to try and make it up. So anyways, back to the rules. I think we left off with that the Alderaan planetary fragments there are considered asteroids for the purpose of this match, and there are some FAQ rules on the RivCo Tours website that they can't be affected by certain items. They most certainly can't be destroyed by seismics, because the point of the RivCo Tour is to offer a challenge to the players. More challenging environment to fly their ships through, so if you can remove them as seismic, that defeats the purpose. So what we did is we said no, either any game effects that remove them or ignore them, like Dash Rindar, is not allowed. However, we did allow Kira, because Kira requires you to take an action to use, and then followed up by that is that you no longer have that action to take against your opponent. So you're really taking a setback in order to be able to fly over that without having to take the effect. Okay, so if I was Mason, I would probably turn to the outside with Han, and then turn down to the middle with Rey, because you can't really, there's no real maneuvering options going up now. Alright, so who should get the Slow Play Championship Award here for the person who can play the slowest? Mason or Roland? Let me know in the comments. They're both taking a lot of time to plan these styles, which is fine. I mean, because Roland has 8 ships, but Mason's also known for analysis paralysis. So vote T for Mason and vote H for Roland for who you think should win the Slow Play Championship Award. We'll crown them the King of Slow Play. Still analyzing. Looks like he's a little nervous, little thumb twitches there. Oh, I was going to tell you the rankings of the players on the championship tour. Let me bring that back up for you. I got distracted. Yeah, so actually I think Mason Tanner was... He was... Where was he? I'm trying to refigure some points in my head here. I think he was actually in 8th place on the tour before the end of this tournament. So we have, Roland is actually had a podium finish last year on the tour. If you'll see, he is using a nice mirrored acrylic range ruler measuring his. That was the top 3 prize for the championships of champions of last tour. So he had a strong finish last tour, and Mason's looking for a podium finish. He hasn't gotten one yet. He has competed in several tours, so he knows the rules and the setup and how this works. And the first place prize today, because we actually changed the format of the prizing, at each tournament we will prize out a range 1, 2, and 3 acrylic range ruler to first place, and if first place has already received it, then it goes on to the next person who has not received it yet at the tournament. And these range rulers are really nice, they're really shiny. Mirrored red range rulers this year, so it's something you can put on your shelf. It looks nice if you have some nice acrylics already. If you don't, you're welcome to use them in the table as well, because they are made by Curled Paw, so you know they're great quality there. Still analyzing the dials. Looks like he's finally decided he's ready to go, and here goes Roland. Opening it up with a 1-type maneuver here. Looks like he's disengaging from Ray and going after Han Solo. Not sure if I like this call, because he's already put he's put 2 damage into Ray, and he's already down a ship, and he hasn't fired anything from half his squadron yet. So yeah, I think he really needs to double down and focus on Ray. We'll see if this pays off for him. So when the players were talking about that missed attack last round, Roland was saying he usually runs with 8 Initiative 3 Trade Federation drones, or at least 8 drones where they're all the same initiative. And so when he was firing away, he didn't have that consideration when picking which one to fire first. And so that was a blunder on his part, and so he's going to try and recover that now. So he's going for the barrel rolls there. He pushed one back to try and get like a block on Ray, but I think it's too close. I don't think Ray wants to do a short maneuver in this position. So I'm not sure what that barrel roll was for. Oh, well, there you go, 2 banks. The barrel was to make room for his other swarm of drones. Well, there you go. I guess that was a good call. He's hoping to catch Ray as she leapfrogs over the Separatist drone in front of her. Let's see if this pays off for him, Cotton. Basketball reference, if for those who didn't know. Alright, all of his drones have moved and they're all calculated up. Let's see what Ray's doing. Attempting a 3 straight maneuver. That will not clear. He's succeeded in a bump. Not sure if he wanted the bump in this case because that means he's not going to fire with one of his drones and then he loses attack potential out of it. And Ray can still pick a different target because pretty much the other drones are untouched, so we still have to pick a target for Ray to shoot at. It just won't be modified by focus, but Ray has force charges, so not sure if that benefits him or not. He's like, okay, that's where it sits. Let's go ahead and put the templates out. It is a bump. I don't think we'll have much of a choice though to point his ships in that direction with the 2 bank, because they don't have a 1 bank, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that was probably his best move. Now these drones do have 1 talent. I wonder if we'll see that into play. Ooh, that's awfully close to the asteroid. I wonder if he hits it or not. The templates seem to be okay. Oh, he's rolling die. Looks like it landed on it. Crit. So actually this really works out for Roland here because that Han Solo will not be able to fire. And so that previous round where Roland wasn't firing with half his squad makes us now under the same pressure here. Half his squad's not going to be able to fire back as well. So that kind of brings balance back to the Force. Ooh, nice roll. 2 hits and a crit coming out of trade. It's like a separatist drone. Oh, we have 2 focus rolled. He's got to spin to stay alive. Don't worry, that was just Chewbacca in the background. He was telling me that he's got to spin more than 1 calculate. There it goes. Alright, so he still gets the crit. Is it a double damage? Let's see. No, it's not. Alright. He lives to shoot back. That was kind of crucial for Mason there because I think all those Trade Federation drones can hit Han, but he really needed to take some of those Separatist drones out to minimize the damage on Rey. Because of the bump, Roland will still only be firing with 75% of his squadron's effective damage potential. Alright, looks like another energy shell, or actually probably range 1 actually. So he calculates a focus to a hit by spending our friend's token. Natty evade, takes 1. Ray's now out of shields. Still has a force charge. Now that one's going to fire range 1 at Ray. He's going to spend his buddy's calculate again probably for 2. Now he's thinking about it. He's like, maybe not, because that one still has a shot. So he's going to spin a calculate for 2. We rolled one. Don't know what it is. There we go. Rolling in box, guys. Thank you. Rolls a blank. Ouch. Takes a 2. I think he's maybe debating the fit in that force charge or not because it's in his front arc. Nope. Let's it ride. Again, another range one from Separatist Drone. Spends a buddy's calculator, something like that. Rolls a blank. Mason has to mitigate damage here. Adds a blank, spends a force. So that one was the one that was in this front arc. Alright, so he takes 1. 3 hull down on Ray. Half points range. And since Mason's running 2 Fat Falcons, that's quite a few points for Roland. Puts him into the lead for this match. There's that shiny RivCo from last year. We're checking arcs here. I think they call the back one out of range. So he's going to go with the one that's second to back of the brown Trade Federation droids. We're going to base it to get an accurate measurement, see what range it really was. Although we can't see because the arms are in the way, but we'll know by how many dice that Han Solo rolls. Oh, nope, he's okay. So here's a fun little rule. Once you measure range from one ship, you've activated that ship for engagement, so you can't measure range and fire from a different ship at that point. But he does. So he's range 2 from the ship in front. One's 1 hit. Han doesn't have any tokens because he's landing on the rock, so he suffers 1 damage. Now we're going to do for the range 3 one in the middle of the brown group, Trade Federation group, and he blanks out, takes 1 more damage. It's a little out of order firing because he got information that he wasn't supposed to have quite yet, but doesn't really matter too much. Still want to make attacks no matter what the ranges are and roll the dice. It does tell him though which calculate tokens he has to spend for the attack. And back into the analysis phase for the analysis paralysis of Mason and Roland. Alright, so Han Solo still has his guns locked on his broadside position, so he's going to want to make a hard turn here. To go up or down though, I think it's 50-50 call, because if he goes down he can catch those drones still. If he goes up, I think there's less targets available to him up there, so there's that. Rey's got room to maneuver past those balloon drones if she keeps like a 3 bank and fires behind her past the Separatist drones. More technical difficulty. We'll be taking care of that as soon as possible. The color got a little messed up too, so I will help correct that and get the color correct and get you guys a dice tray going again, okay? This wouldn't be a TMK broadcast if we didn't have problems. Oops, bumping the cameras there. Alright, so I think my mic was turned off this whole time. Anyways, this is RivCo Tour Stop number 4. In case you guys didn't catch that, they're coming into Alderaan here.
This is my pre-recorded
The Alderaan
commentary.
Graveyard, and that's what we have. 2 giant-sized planetary fragments out there. That's what you see out there. Those are considered asteroids for the tournament. Sorry about delay in commentary. We've been troubleshooting a lot of things that have been popping up. But I think we're all squared up and taken care of. So this is round 1 of the 4th tournament of the series. Roland's already lost 1 ship, and earlier in the game he fired with all of his initiative 1 ships and forgot to fire with initiative 3s. When they realized the error, it was considered a missed opportunity and cannot go back to it. But thankfully, when Mason flew over the asteroid with Han Solo, it gave Roland a chance to recoup that loss, because half of Mason's list the plane is no longer effectively not shooting, and that they allowed him to recover some damage that he would have otherwise taken. So back to an even state due to mistakes by both players. Roland is down 1.5 ships though for points wise. He's got some half points on Rey and scored some points on Han. Now remember, your half points on Rey are actually a little bit more, because Rey's actually carrying, not only is she carrying Finn, but she's also carrying Leia, another 19 points. So we got another 9 points in favor of Roland here, scored on Mason. And that would bring him up to 46 points. Or 9 more actually be like 51 points scored. Mason's got some lot to cheat there in order to recover that amount.
Don't worry, that wasn't your volume. I adjusted my volume. Nice talon roll over Ray. Seems to fit nicely there. Very tight maneuvering here. Trying to put Ray in a box, looks like. It may work. As long as that one doesn't block his own box. He's able to let Ray fit inside there. Okay. Just bumping forward. Now if he doesn't clear, he still has shots. Makes sense. Ray flies all the way out with a Signor's loop. He's going to have a lot of drones attacking that. Looks like 2 won't be facing their target this time. I don't think Ray has any post-maneuver actions here. Gets a stress from the Signor's loop. Oh, he laid it down for a white maneuver. Goes ahead and takes a focus. Speed 2, come off the rock. Turret is marked on the broadside right now, so that's fine. Take up focus. Like that far one's just outside of range 3, but looks solid slightly closer and might be able to get to it. Range 2 threw a rock to that droid. Alright, same odds, so might as well shoot the closer one, I guess. Oh, see, something happened with the camera. All the color got messed up. Fixing the dice tray. Apologize, guys. Let's see if this fixes it. Looks better. Alright, we got hit, crit, crit. Focus, focus. Can you calculate out? One crit goes through. Well, that ship is still alive. Looks like it was fought on a Shepherd's drone, so we'll go ahead and mark that with 1 damage. Hit focus. Leaves this one. He has no force, so that's what he needs to spin the focus get out. Range 1 from a Separatist drone. Oof. No dice. Takes 1. Is that on Ray? Yep, more on Ray. Ray's feeling the heat. Alright, just 1 again. One again. Those drones are definitely getting their damage in, aren't they? One crit. Ray's got range 3. Rolls an evade. Maybe it wasn't range 3, but gets the evade. Alright, I think we're going back. Rep regains the force on land. We're back in the planning phase, so we'll be right back. Alright, 15 minutes left in the game, and Amazing to find a way to score some more points for Ray blows up, where he's going to be in big trouble. Let's see here, Ray's worth 102 points. Yeah, so Roland should be at 51. I think Roland's got a good setup here. He's going to use one drone for a block on Ray again and get a couple more turned around, looks like. But the bottom Trade Federation drones, all they have to do is just kind of bank up towards Ray and get some annihilating shots in there. I don't think he's used any of his energy shells yet. I could be mistaken, but I don't think he has. Don't worry, we're just moving asteroids around. No big deal. No big deal. Don't mind us. Asteroids drift in space. It's legal. Does the one tight fit? Dun 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 dun. No, it does not. Oh well. Talent coming from the droids over there. So what's he doing? It's a 2K turn? Possibly. fits. So it's 2 straight. He's going to go ahead and barrel roll all the way to that rock for next round. So I figured that one would be doing like a 2 talent or something from where it was. That's interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have called back because Ray's got to go forward from this position. And she could be doing another swoop again with Leia. She can Leia every round. Interesting. About, there's a rock there behind me, so she's probably not sleeping up that way, so you might be safe with that call. Alright, what's Ray doing? 3 bank. Alright, okay, so he's gonna bump into that one down there. The one I thought I should have slooped. Yeah, unfortunately 2 of his drones are facing the wrong way. Alright, what's Han doing? Han says hi. He's going to turn 2 tight end to those 2 drones facing him. But he's got the guns facing the broadside, so he's going to be able to get the separatist ones down there. Unless the action rotates. Alright. So he's focused because he has his arc on the separatist drone with the target lock on it. Range 2. Hit it focus. What's it gonna do? It's got 1 damage on it. Spin the focus for 3. Gonna guarantee at least 1 damage gets through. Roland needs a lot of paint here. Alright, I think that's the dead drone. Yep. So my timer stopped working too all of a sudden. There we go. 3 minutes left in the round. Points are updated. Mason's got 61. Triple hits. I didn't see where that was attacking to. Let's see what he pulls off the board. I already had 1 damage on it. Energy shells. Looks like it was a separatist drone that time. Alright, all he has to do is just kill Ray. I think it's a very possible option here. He's got, what, 3 health to go on Ray? 2 attacks? Especially rolls like that. That's definitely going to get something through. Oof. Oof. A direct hit ball by another one. That's a definitely... That was on Han. We have 4 damage cards on Han. It's half health on Han. Remember, he's got more points on Ray because Ray was actually worth 102. So he's got like another 25 points in his name. Ray Spun Arc rolls a focus. Tokenless. Takes a crit. Roland's rolling. He rolls, hit focus blank like that's his typical roll. Let it go with 1. Yep, takes the 1. 1 haul left. 1 minute in the round. Roland just needs to get 1 more shot off. Can he get dials down? Oh, he's got 1 more attack, looks like. Range 1. Yeah, that's range 1. Roland, I don't think he has any calculate tokens left, so it's got to be all hits for him. Average should be 1.5, so he's looking at 1 to 2 hits. Hopefully for 2, open for 2 here. Ew. He's got to hope Mason rolls poorly. Oh, yes. Ray dies. You're looking at Roland's points, an extra 19 on there, so he's looking at 150 points to 87. Roland takes the win. He first round winner of RivCo round 1. RivCo tournament number 4. Congratulations, Roland. And we will be back and a little bet.